Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm playing Sentinels of the Multiverse. And it's not looking good at all. The villains are butchering me here. Night Mist only remains with 7 life points, Guys with 9, Mr. Fixer is at 8. So it's not looking good at all. Still, Mr. Fixer, in the last turn, he has drawn an interesting card here, the tire iron. An equipment, a tool. All damage dealt by Mr. Fixer is projectile damage. After Mr. Fixer damages a target, if that target has 2 or fewer hit points, destroy it. When this card enters play, return any other tool cards in play to your hand. Now that card is in a way my last hope. I think that could maybe change the game. Because, first of all, it would allow us to finally kill the Idolator, which would allow us to regain hit points. In addition, we can get rid of suckers like Chiquito pretty easy. And also these suckers here, for example, the Battalion Gunner. So that could open us a lot of new options here. And I don't know, it might be too late, but I think at least we're going to see maybe an interesting finale here. Maybe it takes even longer. We will see. We start with La Capitan. That's a throwback. That doesn't sound good. The environment takes a full turn now out of turn order sequences. During that turn, villain targets are immune to damage from environment cards. Okay. So that means, first of all, we simply have to draw a card. Okay, that's the propulsion systems. If this card is reduced to 0 or fewer hit points, everyone dies. Game over. Okay, that's interesting. And I wonder, I mean, that could be an option to at least reach a draw, right? I mean, if there's nothing more to hope for, we could simply try to destroy this propulsion system and then we're all dead. So I might come back to this. And I want to place my 3 hit points here. Okay, then at the end of the environment turn, this card deals each hero target 1 energy damage. So we all lose another one. Okay, not good. Now, if Chiquito is in play, La Capitan deals the hero target with the highest hit points 3 energy damage. Okay. Now the one with the highest is Guys, so he's now down at 5. Wow. This is looking very bad. But we'll see what happens now. It's Mr. Fixer. He now plays the tire iron. Okay. That means we have to take this thing back in our hand. The hoist chain. Okay. By the way, this one is... Well, technically it's just removed at the end of my turn, but it's going to happen now. I'm going to do it now. And... yes, then we can start attacking the idolater. And wait a second, it says after Mr. Fixer damages a target. So that means we have actually to do damage to that target. It's not gonna happen. Shit, maybe I was too... I probably might not even be able to damage it. Fuck, I thought it was just enough to attack a target. But that is not the case. So I can only do 3 damage, but that is completely reduced then. Well, that changes things quite a bit. If I cannot kill him, the game will be over pretty soon. Can try to kill the operative. That would also make him go away. Yeah, I'll have to try that then. Okay, that means I can do 1, 2, 3, 4 damage against her because she's my nemesis. So she's at 6 life points now. Shit. Well, okay. That is then the end of my turn, and that's it. So then it's her. And simply gonna draw a card. Laced Shuriken. The operative deals thus 2 hero targets with the lowest hit points 1 toxic damage each. Reduce the next damage dealt by a target dealt damage this way by 2. Okay. So the lowest hit points is him and her. So she loses 1 and he loses 1. So he's at 4 at that point. In addition, because of this one here, she will lose 2, right? At the end of the operative's turn, the operative deals the hero target with the second lowest hit points 2 melee damage. That means she's at 3. And I'm actually considering attacking this propulsion system. Now this is not looking good. Shit. Okay, Guys is really a cool character. I tried now for, I don't know, more than 5 minutes to come up with a solution. You know, you got these cards which allow you to bring cards from the trash back into your hand, and then you got some additional stuff here. You can you can play an additional card, and then there are cards in the deck which also allow you to play additional cards, and so on. So there were a lot of options here. But because of the simple fact that, because of these shurikens here, because of the -2 damage, I'm not able to kill the operative. That's a simple fact. Okay, I'm not sure if this is the most reasonable thing to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. I will first activate my power. And I'm going to play a card, and I want to protect myself. So that is the total beefcake. Who would want to hurt such a beauty? The first time guys would be dealt damage each turn, redirect that damage to the non-hero target with the lowest hit points. At the start of your turn, destroy this card. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to deal some target 1 damage. It has no effect because of the -2 damage, but then these go away. And now I can actually play a card. I mean, that was just basically the start. And I think I want to play this one. Where did I leave that? Which allows me to draw 2 cards. Okay. And I think at that point I want to bring the best card ever into play again. If not, you may discard the 2 cards you just drew to put a card from your hand. But, and I'm not sure if I made that right, if I discard them, they go underneath there. Anyway, I don't care. One of these cards, and I would say it's this one, goes underneath here. Under Chiquito, because the first card discarded in each turn goes there. Okay, now that was basically it. Not sure how helpful that is, and of course at the end of the turn I also can draw a card, but it might save me from dying for now. And then it's Proletariat. Okay. The Proletariat character, he takes 1 damage. Then we got to draw a card. And it says, Overwhelm the Mighty. Each Proletariat deals the hero target with the highest hit points 1 damage. Okay, so that's 2. The highest hit points at the moment is him. So he takes 2 damage. Then, at the end of the Proletariat's turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest hit points 2 damage. And then it's going to be this card. So that means this poor guy takes 2 more damage. And now it's him. And the damage of him is now redirected to the non-hero target with the lowest hit points, which is him. And he doesn't take any damage. Okay. But at least I'm still alive. No, actually that's not true. Oh yes, it is. He has the highest. Okay, fine. So that was then Proletariat. And now it's Night Mist. And I think what she wants to do is, she basically wants to... Yeah, I want to play Mistbound. Discard 2 cards. If you do, you may select a deck. Cards from that deck cannot be played until the start of your next turn. Okay, so I think I want to block La Capitane for now. Sadly, I have to discard 2 cards, but I'm afraid that is necessary. I don't know how long I can survive otherwise. Okay, so yeah, I know that is an important card, but I simply don't know what else to do. A bad situation here. Okay, so these go away, and that was then the end of my turn. Now it's we see the defense platform, and we're going to draw another card here. At the end of the environment turn, each structure card regains 1 hit point. That's the battalion mechanic. Okay, I can live with that guy. So that means we only take each hero takes 1 damage. So that means this guy takes 1, he's down to 1. Boy. He takes 1, and she takes 1. Wow, it's really time to do something now. Actually, I think it's over. Is it? Wow, I don't know. We might survive. Maybe. It's going to be close. It's La Capitane. She is not allowed to draw a card. But she deals the hero target with the highest hit points 3 energy damage. Luckily, we have the total beefcake here. So that damage is redirected again. It's a new turn. Therefore, I can use it a second time now. And that would have killed me. But in this way, I'm still alive. So that means that it's also redirected again to the low non-hero target with the lowest points. That's the idolater. We got to subtract 3. So no effect here. Ah, boy. Okay, now it is time to do something. And Mr. Fixer is now, I think he might be now able to kill the operative. I think he is. Let's see. First of all, I want to do that. I want to use my power. Deal 1 target 1 melee damage. Because of that style and the harmony and the nemesis, this makes it 4. So she's down to 2. And now, finally, my tire iron comes into play. After Mr. Fixer damages a target, if that target has 2 or fewer hit points, destroy it. So that's it. She's gone. Boy. Wow, that sucked, man. That was really close. Okay, so at least she's gone now. That means the idolater is also gone. All her cards are discarded at that point. She's flipped. Okay, that's her now. Incapacitated. Whenever a hero target would regain hit points. Oh no, you don't mean that. That hero target only regains 1 hit point instead. Okay, that's it. That's the end then. I didn't know that. I simply didn't know that. That is total disaster for me. Okay, I don't know what to say here. I mean, yeah, let's bring it to an end then, but wow, that sucks. That actually, this is more powerful than let her be alive. Shit. Oh gosh. Yeah, well, I don't know what to do. Wow. So there are not many options for me left. I'm going to play the toolbox here. When this card enters play, draw 2 cards. At the start of your turn, return this card to your hand. Okay, that's it. Now it's him, and yeah, I mean, it's all pretty pointless now. Okay, now let's see. We have here again the best card ever. That allows me to draw 2 cards. Yeah, great. I got that now, I think the 3rd or 4th time. Well, they're both not that great. Okay, I think well, okay. So then I can deal 1 target, 2 melee damage. Well, hard to tell. I guess it's this sucker. Okay, and I regain a single hit point, at least something, and then I can play another card. I think I'm going to play that one. Discard the top card of every deck. Guys regains hit points equal to the number of targets cards discarded. Yeah, but that doesn't help a bit. You know, I would only gain a single hit point because of that. This is ridiculous. Fuck. I mean, it's a point, but well, I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna do it anyway. It's a point. So let's discard the top cards. I think I'm going to start with. Let's start with that one. Now that card goes underneath here. That's not a target. It's the first card discarded in this turn. I'm not sure. I think she's out of play for now. So I'm going to discard that one. So this is 1 target. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter because it would have been 2 targets, but who cares, because I can only regain 1 hit point. Okay. And then I can actually play another card. Okay. It's not quite enough to kill that guy. That's a shame. Okay, I think I actually found something to do here. I can play this card on the tire iron. Play this card by an equipment card. That card affects guys as if the hero name on that card were guys, and you on that card means guys is player. At the start of your turn, play air guitar and destroy this card. So yeah, there we are. I'm gonna play that here. And now, wait a minute. Does that make any sense at all? Ah, no, it doesn't. Shit. Okay, then I'm gonna play it actually here on the Star Shield necklace. So now at the end of my first of all, I can do a melee damage, and I'm gonna attack this guy again. Sadly, I cannot do 2 damage. Otherwise, I could have killed him with that, but this is not possible. And now I can actually, at the end of my turn, I can regain. Wait a minute. Huh, that's interesting. At the end of your turn, you may discard a card. If you do, Night Mist regains that card's hit points. Yeah, great. So that doesn't make a lot of sense because there are no hit points on my card. Fuck. No, I think it doesn't make a sense at all. So instead, I want to play another card then. That's not very helpful. I don't know, I'm going to play that one. It's not great, but I don't know what else to do. I am mighty and fearsome like the fabled alpaca. Increase damage dealt by guys by 2. At the start of your turn, destroy this card. So that means we can remove 2 more points from him, which is sadly not enough to kill it. But okay, whatever. Oh boy. Then it's Proletariat, and he takes 1 damage. And we can simply draw a card. The defensive formation. Reduce damage dealt to the Proletariat with the lowest hit points by X, where X is the number of Proletariats in play. Wow, that could really fuck you up. Oh boy, that's horrible. So then he will do twice 2 damage to the player with the highest hit points, which is at that point him and him again. So that means he's now down to a single hit point, and that means he's fucked. And we're all fucked because the mobile defense platform comes into play. The game is nearly over. And this is now the thing, you know, I mean, I was really counting on healing with her and so on, and I could now play that card. Shuffle a hero's trash into that hero's deck. Night Mist regains 1 hit point for each 2 cards shuffled into that hero's deck by this card. Now, I mean, look at that, right? That would have been awesome. But luckily, she, when she's incapacitated, doesn't allow me to do that. I can only regain a single hit point. Now this is probably the biggest waste possible in this game. I have to play that card anyway. There is no option. At least I can get a hit point, but I don't have any other card. So all these cards, well actually it doesn't matter. I think I can also play it. I don't know actually which card I want to. I mean, maybe nah. I don't think there is any way I can ignore this ability, so I guess I'm gonna, fuck, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna shuffle them all back in. and that gives her a single hit point, which is such a pain. And immediately end your turn. At the end of your turn, you may discard a card. If you do, which I'm going to do, I gain actually 4 points, 4 hit points, but sadly it's only 1. Fantastic. Oh. Wow, that is frustrating, I can tell you that. Okay, then it's the defense platform, and yeah, that's actually, I'm happy that it's going to be over now pretty soon. So the sucker ends up with 3 points, and at the end of the turn, this card is each hero target 1 energy damage. So that means Mr. Fixer is gone. That's him. That's all that's left of him. Select an equipment card in a hero trash, put it into play, select a player, that player may draw a card now, or destroy an ongoing card. Gaius is gone at that point too. Oh boy. One player discards a card. If the discarded card was a one-shot, that player may draw 2 cards. If the discarded card was an ongoing or equipment card, 1 hero target regains 2 hit points. Reveal the bottom 3 cards of the villain deck. Put 1 on top of the villain deck, 1 in the trash and 1 into play. If there are heroes or fewer environment cards in play, destroy 1 of them. If there are more than heroes environment cards in play, destroy 2 of them. If there are no environment cards in play, stand up and do a funky dance. Really get down with your bad self. Too much text. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's him. Sad, but, well, that's the end. So in the end, our last hope is Night Mist, who has no cards in her hand, and it's not, and 2 life points, and it's definitely not looking good here. Because now we have to start another turn, and it's La Capitan, and she's gonna finish this game now. This is the anomalous shift. Shuffle each hero trash into the associated hero deck. Reveal the top card of each hero deck. Discard any one-shots revealed this way, then put the other revealed cards back on the top of their decks. What? Okay, I'm not gonna do it because it doesn't make any sense anymore. At the end of La Capitan's turn, if Chiquito is in play, La Capitan deals the hero target with the highest hit points 3 energy damage. There we go, that's the end. And Night Mist is killed. That's it. Okay, that was definitely very painful. I wonder, it's interesting, I mean, of course, it's these speculation things, okay, what happened, when, and you can see that always in chess, especially, if you're analyzing something after you've lost, then the guy who analyzes, he's always the winner if he hadn't done that single mistake in the game. And, well, let's do this here again. Let's find at least some explanation for that disaster. I think one was, and there is, it's an interesting card, but if it remains that long on the board, it becomes very, very painful. The chronological hotspot. That was the first card drawn from La Capitan, and in the end, that was very, very dangerous for me. So basically, these are cards you can play these cards to on the table, and you got to pay 3 life points for them. But I got the impression that my heroes are not the type of heroes that absolutely need a lot of cards on the table. So they don't have a lot of use for that card here. On the other hand, they lost a lot of life points thanks to that card. So that was a very, very bad start for me. Then the first card we've seen from her was that Nemesis. Where is it? Here. The Idolator. And I think that's also one of the most painful cards for me in the deck. He prevents me from healing. He's extremely hard to kill, especially because my heroes don't do a lot of hit points. And especially Night Mist is a hero who depends on her healing powers. So that took her completely out of the game, basically. I couldn't do anything with her, apart from the fact that I didn't have any good cards, any useful cards to do damage with her. I don't know, it was just horrible, you know. There was nothing I could do with her. And that the reason is this single card. But I also didn't find a way to destroy that card. I had a chance, and there I made a mistake. There was a chance there when I had this special style here of Mr. Fixer, and there I really blew it. The alternating Tiger Claw. That would have made Mr. Fixer's damage irreducible, and there I had the chance for a single turn to actually destroy this guy. But I thought, hey, you know, I don't want to waste it. Yeah, no, exactly, I remember now. I did that way 2 damage to him, I think, with Mr. Fixer. So he was down to 1 damage. And I remember there was some card, I think with Guys or so, that I could do 4 damage to kill him. But I thought that was some kind of waste. Instead I killed a clone here, because I thought, okay, no problem, I can kill this guy then with Mr. Fixer at the start of the next turn. What I forgot is that I had to draw a card because of this crappy chronological hotspot, which changed my fighting styles. So that card was out of the game then, and I couldn't do it anymore. If at that point I could have destroyed this guy, I think there would have been a real chance for me to win. But I missed it. And then the big, fantastic surprise at the end, of course, was her special ability that I simply didn't know. If I had known it, I wouldn't have killed her. Honestly, I would have killed... There was that situation where I thought, okay, do I want to kill the Idolator or do I want to kill her? Because I thought, okay, if I kill her, I don't have to kill the Idolator anymore. And I think there was a way, I had a chance to do it. I don't know, at the very end I might have found a way to do it. But I focused on her, which was stupid, because if I had killed him, I could have tried to heal with the other guys. It would not have been easy, but she could have healed, I don't know, in 2 turns, maybe 15 points or something. So that would have helped me a lot with these. She had twice that card on her hand. He also had cards that would allow him to heal a little bit. And with Mr. Fixer, who knows, maybe we could have found something to help him. But in this way, There was nothing we could have done. Okay, apart from that, I had a good time playing it anyway, as I always have when well, let's say mostly. There can be some frustrating situations where the game plays so slow because it's so hard to do damage to anybody. There are some villains that really slow the game down quite a bit, but that wasn't the case here. We had a good time, and I think, well, Guys was a fantastic hero. I really love him. The others are also interesting. Proletariat was a little boring. It's not such a great guy. Although, thematically, it's a nice idea that you have all these clones which are exactly like him, and they just come back again and again and again, and you can see that really like in a superhero comic or movie. It's a great idea. La Capitane is a strange villain. She's really hard to fight because of this sucker here. He collects these cards, and every time he takes damage, you just discard a card. So it's really hard to kill him. This mobile defense platform, I don't know. I think it was pretty boring. This is a funny card, and if there wouldn't have been the 2 shield generators, I really would have tried to destroy the propulsion system to kill us all. I mean, that would have been a draw then, I guess, and yeah, that's kind of cool. But in the end, that was impossible because of these shield generators here. Okay. Whatever, I hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you on the next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.